Kevin Owens winning the Universal Championship this past week on Monday Night Raw, it's definitely stirred up some controversy in more ways than one, ladies and gentlemen. KO's wife took to Instagram this week and posted a reaction video from KO's 8-year-old son to him winning the championship, and ESPN Radio's Amin Elhassen. And you know what, personally, honestly, after reading some of these disgusting comments, I really don't care if I don't get your name right. He responded on Twitter, and he decided it would be a perfect opportunity to take a jab at professional wrestling being just entertainment by responding on Twitter by saying, until someone told him it was scripted. This riled up a lot of fans on the interwebs and responded to Elhassen by saying that he is autistic in a snarty response. And this was one of the things that really just ticked me off a lot. Elhassen would said, the wrestler or the kid? First off, that is just completely disrespectful, for one thing. After being informed that KO's 8-year-old son is autistic, Elhassen would take it further by saying, well, that doesn't change anything then. After being in... Most 8-year-olds think wrestling is unscripted. His autism isn't the reason he thinks wrestling is real. The fact that he's 8 is. That is just, on a personal human level, some of the most disgusting, unprofessional, unwarranted comments I have ever heard in my life.
The words of, like, you know, Big Cass and Enzo Amore, he's just a hater.
What we got here? A couple haters?
Yeah, and like, I have Asperger's, you know, I always loved wrestling, you know, I knew it, you know, the thing, but it's just, the guy should, I guess, shut his mouth because, you know, I guess you don't know that Kevin Owens and his son have a love of wrestling, you know, it's pretty much, you know, that's what bonds them, you know, as a father and son, you know, you see the picture on Twitter, like, he had the like his dad, you know, he had the little lunchbox with his dad, John Cena, you know, Kobe Kingston on his lunchbox, and he had the Universal Championship in the background. He's like, I'm bringing my son to school, you know, and that dude sounds like he's a jerk, you know, because he's ruining a moment. And well, I think Kevin Owens just go to his house and just pop up power bomb him.
Phone lines are unreliable, really?
Yeah, I'm about to type y'all's your YouTube pages.
Oh, well, yeah.
Next weekend, these things are going in the dumpster like Monday, and they got new ones coming. So
Okay, so we do apologize about that. If you guys
you
want
can
to
comment on yours. What about Twitter? You have a Twitter?
at the WrestleGamer.
Okay.
Okay, guys and gals. But anyway, Elhassan's remarks have definitely sparked some responses from people. First off, Cody Rhodes would respond on Twitter by saying, WWE cut ties with TMZ. They ran my mother's 911 call. Cut ties with ESPN. They insulted a child. Have balls. Mainstream ain't always worth it.
Yeah, it's true.
Jonathan Coachman would respond by saying, really? Thought you were better. Been jaded too long filling in for at Batard show. Can't appreciate real emotion. I agree, and we'll handle it. You know what they say, those who can do, those who can't criticize. And even Mick Foley said, an apology from ESPN seems like the least they can do. So my question to you gentlemen, are people making a mountain, and Nick, I want to start with you first, are people making a mountain out of a molehill, or is Amin Elhassen a scumbag for his comments?
I think this Elhassen guy, which, you know, nice name by the way, but I think he's just trying to make a name for himself. Like nobody, and I think Cody Rhodes actually mentioned that in one of his comments that nobody knew this guy before, so and he's just trying to make a name for himself. Don't give him the time of day.
Yeah.
Or
to a child, you know, 8-year-old, like what 8-year-old's gonna say back?
Well, everything offends everybody nowadays, you know. So I guess, but you know, you don't go after kids. That's kind of the main thing there. You know, so.
Well, what about our crawling gentleman that just crawled underneath the camera? Do you have any thoughts about that?
I mean, I'm with y'all. It's there are things that I would like to still be like off limits as a form of an honor code or something.
Right, you don't mess with kids.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's just taking it's a step too far when you, especially when you start bringing someone's family into the equation, and that's exactly what Elhassen had did. And I think people have a right to be upset and angry over those comments, especially when it pertains to an 8-year-old kid.
And it's running like a moment, you know. It just seems like you're more of a douchebag, you know.
Definitely.
Douchebag.